I think that the landscape of programs for people living with HIV and prevention is very different because of the sorts of things that the foundation has funded. And I'm talking about Positively Trans for transgender people living with HIV, the criminalization effort. You were one of the first to fund that. Stigma, anti-stigma project, and networks for people living with HIV.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a reputation for going where others fear to tread. But the reality, when you look at HIV infection and where it roots in, it always roots in the most marginalized places in society. What was announced this morning, the Man Strong initiative, is $1.2 billion program towards men. We're trying to make it cool for them to know their status and own their status, because all the great news that's evolved with HIV over the past 5 years, really the game changer was treatment as prevention. When we found out that when you're on ARVs, you're not infectious. It was the biggest game changer, I think, in everything that we do. And now the power of those drugs even further with PrEP.
I don't know, though, that we are repopulating our activism ranks. I'm afraid that Elton could be the last iconic, famous person to be an AIDS activist. I don't see who's coming.
I think we have to continue to keep HIV and the dialogue about HIV and what it means to live with HIV, very much alive for everybody. And if we don't have younger gay men, appreciating the hard work and the passion and the ferocious humanity that went into the gains that have made us, that have allowed us to put this disease in the place it's in today, until they really understand that and they own it and they also accept that they are at risk too.
There has been a lot of rumbling about San Francisco in 2020 and whether or not we believe this is an appropriate place given that climate towards the kind of populations you're serving. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, we just have to continue to make sure we don't leave people behind. We're the largest funder of gay men's health in America. We will continue to do as much as we possibly can.
So you're keeping your eye on the ball in terms of those communities you're serving.
Of course we are.
As opposed to, it sounds like you don't really want to creep into the politics of what's going to happen in San Francisco or not, because there's a lot of coalitions of people that live in HIV saying,
I mean, Elton and I aren't Americans, so it's difficult for us to get directly involved in American politics. However, we are watching the situation closely. If we see something changes to LGBT status in America, if we see cutbacks and denial of access to health care, all the building blocks, affordable medicines, all the things that allow us to get the success and make the gains that we do, then we have to speak up.
As I began saying, you're funding things nobody else would. And you're looking ahead, you're progressive, you're provocative about those things, and I appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate your support of my work. So
yeah, I read your blog. You're in my regular email reads.
Thank you.
You don't go to spam. I've released you from my screening thing we have on the. No, of course.
You're getting this, right? You're hearing this.
No, because
this is David Furnish of the Elton John AIDS Foundation saying this. So
because you shine a light on all aspects of this disease. So keep up your good work too, please.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Give us a hug.
Okay.
Thanks.
I appreciate it. He smells amazing.